So for those who have seen the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie will ultimately tell you that indeed the movie was one of the finest pieces of work in the Dragon Ball franchise, and being one of the most spectacular looking films ever to be produced in the world of Dragon Ball. However, with the overall movie being as good as it was, it definitely left a door open for a continuation down the line, indicating that indeed we will be seeing the continuation of Dragon Ball Super, but the million-dollar question is, what is going to be the direction of the Dragon Ball Super anime when in fact it does return? One of the main narratives that left the movie open-ended by the end is seeing Frieza's survival as he left planet Earth, and for those who have not seen the movie by now, spoiler alert, Frieza does survive. And with Frieza surviving by the end of the film, what does that mean for the character of Frieza going forward in Dragon Ball Super? By now we've come to learn and understand basically everything about Frieza. We've seen his battle against Goku, we've seen his battle against Vegeta, we've seen their struggle on Namek, we've seen their struggle on Earth, we've even seen Frieza save Universe 7 in the Tournament of Power. But ultimately enough, with Frieza bringing Broly to Earth and then leaving by the end, what does that mean for Frieza? If you take into consideration everything Frieza has been through and everything Frieza has seen from the Saiyans, from the deities around him, from the other warriors that are even stronger than him, such as Broly and Jiren, what does that mean for Frieza going forward once he ends up returning once more for his inevitable and final battle against Goku and Vegeta? Now, in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie from the beginning, it was emphasized by Vegeta that their main focus as of this very current point in time ought to be Frieza. While Goku was concerned about meeting strong warriors all throughout the multiverse, i.e. Jiren, and having to break his own limits and getting stronger, Vegeta emphasized that their main target right now, and their only main focus that should be, ought to involve Frieza. And one of the many reasons for this is Frieza having to emphasize to Goku in reminding him how strong Frieza had gotten once he had returned during the time of Resurrection F. Frieza had only trained for 4 months in being able to catch up in power so much that he was able to supersede even Super Saiyan God, being on an equal fighting level to Super Saiyan Blue before his golden form burned through his stamina. So with Vegeta emphasizing that indeed Frieza does have the potential to even surpass them, what does that mean for the Frieza character? If you take into consideration everything Frieza has seen, he's basically seen every single Super Saiyan transformation, from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2 and 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, Ultra Instinct Omen, Mastered Ultra Instinct, and in Dragon Ball Super Broly, he had also witnessed the birth of Gogeta, having to be told by Gogeta that he had been dead for so long that he would not know what this technique is. As Frieza asked what this meant, Gogeta went further to explain that Goku and Vegeta's powers aren't simply added up, but they're significantly magnified. So Frieza knows now of the Super Saiyan transformations. Frieza knows of Mastered Ultra Instinct. Frieza now knows of Fusion. Frieza knows of the Hakaishin. Frieza knows of the Angels and what angels like Whis can do. Frieza knows about the Daishinkan, and more importantly, Frieza knows about Zeno. In which, by the end of Dragon Ball Super Broly, Frieza went on to tell Blueberry and his minions that indeed he does not want to go after Broly and pursue Chile and Lemo, but more or less allowing the two to tame Broly, allowing Broly to understand and grasping his powers fully. That way, once Frieza does come back, he wants to further use Broly as his puppet in taking down Goku and Vegeta. By the end of Dragon Ball Super Broly, Frieza had acknowledged that despite how strong he could possibly get, he's not only facing off against one opponent, he's facing off against two, putting him at a huge disadvantage, which is why Frieza would want to use Broly further in having someone by his side as he ends up fighting Goku and Vegeta one day when he ends up returning. The older Frieza that we've seen in Dragon Ball Z would have easily pursued Chile, Lemo, and Broly in hunting them down, only this time we see the character development from Frieza as he's willing to wait it out. As now in the Dragon Ball Super manga we're getting the story of Moro, we're bypassing the events of Broly and entering a brand new story, but by no means does this indicate that Frieza's story is over. My only prediction going forward is that Frieza is going to further use Broly as a pawn to do his dirty work in taking down Goku and Vegeta once more. it was implied by the very end that Frieza indeed has interest in Broly, and he wants to use Broly further to take down Goku and Vegeta, and what better way to do that than to manipulate him once Frieza does in fact end up returning. But I do believe that Frieza, knowing everything in mind, is going to use Broly once more in doing his dirty work before betraying him by the end. I do feel strongly that since Frieza has all of the information gathered on every single Super Saiyan level, Ultra Instinct, the gods, the angels, and even Zeno, I really do believe that Frieza's MO is not only to wipe out Goku and Vegeta, but eventually wiping out Beerus and possibly the gods themselves as well. And how Frieza ends up doing that is very unknown, and even though it may seem like a stretch for Frieza to target gods and powerful warriors of that nature, it's not outside the realm of possibility for someone like Frieza to go that far. And with Vegeta acknowledging that Frieza may even potentially surpass the both of them one day, does not rule out the possibility of Frieza having a new power down the line, being that he's seen and gathered so much information that now he has everything under his disposal to do some training, fix himself up before his final fight. I do believe that the next time we do see Frieza, it will be Frieza's final moments against potentially Goku and Vegeta, as I really don't see Frieza lasting in Dragon Ball forever, as I do think at some given point he will be obliterated by someone, whether that be Vegeta, whether that be Goku, whether Broly turns on him, or if you have the gods involved. I do believe at some given point, once Frieza does end up returning, I think without question it just very well may be his last time. And it's very unlikely that we will get another ending to where Frieza is going to threaten Goku, Vegeta, Gogeta, Vegito, or any other incarnation of the Saiyans and having to threaten them to leave and come back once more, but I do believe that the next time we do see Frieza, whether that be in the anime or in the form of a movie, is going to be his last time on screen. But the question lingers, when we do see him again, what is he going to be up to? I think personally, after having to gather all the information that he's gathered, he's not only going to use Broly again, hence Broly's second coming, just as we've seen before, but I think Frieza just very well may turn on Broly himself in turning against everybody in revealing his true MO. Now, is it possible that Frieza may come back with a new form? Well, of course. We've seen the potential of Frieza training for only 4 months in him gaining a golden form. Now just imagine if Frieza trained any harder. I think Frieza's potential, and seemingly infinite if he decides to put his body through grueling training sessions to better improve himself as a warrior, only then would he be a great threat to Goku and Vegeta, even though I do still think that currently Frieza would lose to the both of them at some given point. If Frieza continues to take all of that information gathered in bettering himself as a warrior, fighter, and character, he does have the potential to not only outsmart, outpace, and even outgrow the Saiyans, but also after using Broly, if he decides to use him, turning on him in the end. I do think that Frieza will come back, and I do think that Frieza will come back with Broly, but I do believe that once Frieza does return in manipulating Broly any further, in lying to Broly about potentially the Saiyans killing his father, or even going as far as to kill Limo and Chile and blaming that on Goku and Vegeta, whatever lie or manipulation tactic that Frieza uses on Broly, I think will work to his advantage for a short time, but I can assure that Frieza's motives are to kill Goku and Vegeta. At some point when he does return, like I said before, I think that it will be his final run in Dragon Ball, at least for the time being. So if that were to be the case, Frieza needs to have an impact so great that it shakes the very foundation of Dragon Ball to its core. Now, whether that's for Frieza to officially kill Vegeta, or even going as far as to finally kill Goku, I think that Frieza needs to have such an impact going forward that whatever his final run ends up being, it's a memorable one. Now, I do think by the end, Frieza needs to be destroyed by somebody, whether that's Beerus, Goku, Vegeta, Broly is unknown, and really, it's all up to the creators to figure out a way how to write off Frieza for good. I do think that if and when Frieza does come back, since he already knows fusion, is going to prevent the both of them from using that. And if it is going as far as to prevent Goku from using MUI, or in this case Mastered Ultra Instinct, I think Frieza would rather kill Goku than allow him to do that. unless of course Frieza reaches a level that's even comparable to MUI, which I doubt to be the case. But nonetheless, Dragon Ball Super Broly did show us that Frieza does in fact have an agenda and motive by the end of the film, and he does plan on using Broly to his advantage and having him be the forefrunner in fighting Goku and Vegeta, maybe even going as far as to weaken them enough to where he can finally step in and finish the job. Keep in mind, Frieza will go to any length and extent to put down Goku and Vegeta for good. Even if it's to make himself look like the good guy in the end, Frieza will lie, Frieza will manipulate, and Frieza will do anything he can to see Goku and Vegeta be put down for good. Now, if Frieza does end up gathering information about Shin and his connection to Beerus, then that would take everyone by storm if Frieza's first call to action is to wipe out the Kaioshins, which then in turn wipe out Beerus. And without Beerus having to be there to be a factor to help Goku and Vegeta are left to fend on their own. And if Frieza further prevents them from using fusion, then they're really going to be on their own, which only from there are they going to be forced in using their own powers to stop Frieza, but that's only with the implication that he has Broly with him, which I will be touching up on a separate video basically discussing Broly's second coming in a potential new movie. And Frieza is definitely up to something, but I don't think that Frieza is going to fully execute his plan without having to incorporate Broly in it in some way, shape, or form. And I don't think that Dragon Ball Super Broly was the last time we've seen Frieza and Broly together. I'm fairly certain that Frieza will do everything and anything it takes to have Broly on his side, which is why I strongly do believe that whatever Dragon Ball movie follows Dragon Ball Super Broly is in some way, shape, or form going to involve the two, but the question of how they do it is quite unknown. Unless they plan on killing Frieza off in the TV show or in the manga before anything else is up in the air, because anything is possible, but I do strongly believe that by the end of this, Frieza will come back, and he will come back with all the information and knowledge that he's gathered in using everything he's seen from Goku and Vegeta against them. But by the end of all of this, I do think that Frieza is potentially going to train in using all of the information he's gathered in potentially increasing his golden form, and if anything, discovering a new level beyond that sometime down the line. And if that ends up being the case, and he ends up discovering a level or transformation far beyond his golden form, then the question lingers, what can Goku and Vegeta do to stop him, especially if he does end up having Broly on his side? I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below about Frieza's potential in Dragon Ball Super going forward. What are your overall thoughts on his agenda? What are your overall thoughts as to what he may be up to? And what are your thoughts on the future of Dragon Ball Super involving Frieza? Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Once more, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you guys go ahead and slap a big fat like down below. If of course you guys are new to the channel, then be sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button, guys. Turn on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. Check out my new channels, guys. I will leave all 3 of them down below for Unreal Network, Unreal Vlogs, and Unreal Royale. There you will find awesome videos and content that you will not find on this channel. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and all his social media platforms. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you can be the first to know every time that he uploads a new video.
Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge!